What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and not gonna lie, I haven't been doing the best, but I'm still in third. Wasn't first today, but trying to bounce back. Got 868. When you lose, when you get this high, you lose 20 plus points every time you lose. So every loss is a huge upset. So as you can tell, I lost 4 right there. I lost 19 and 23, 18 and 25, and I've won 4 and lost 4. So not that great tonight, not gonna lie. Still okay though. Still in third place. Not gonna get discouraged. It just sucks because you lose 20 to 25 points when you lose, and then when you win, you only win 8 fucking points. So the shit is tough. But we're gonna do a replay against Ceasefire here. Let's see how the game went. See if I misplayed, if I didn't misplay. Let's see what happened. My phone's about to die, so I don't know if I'm able to get this replay in before my phone dies. It'd be nice. This is the last one of the day, of the night. I throw rock, he throws paper. Okay, so he gets to go first. I've also lost, like, every rock, paper, scissors, all the fucking games. I don't think I've won a single rock RPS. So, he opens Singing, Duo, Graceful, Heavy, Mimic, Level 3, and Knock. So the man's got everything. He fires the Duo on me. He gets my book. And I decide to throw the Wing Blast out. I've got now Solemn, Tribe, and Pot. That's it. He sets the Mimic Level 3 and passes. I Pot of Greed into Jar of Greed and Snatch Steel. I fire the Knock. He decided not to use Graceful, which is a pretty good play. He draws in the Scapegoat. He decides to summon Sangan, and I instantly Solemn Judgment it, because I'm like, fuck it. I got nothing going. This Sangan's going to beat my ass, so let's just get him out of there. I end phase Jar of Greed in case he has Decree, which is a possibility. So now I drew into Spy and a Ring. I set the Spy, and I set the Ring and pass. He draws into a Meta. He fires the Knock on me. All my spies are gone, and he just passes. I draw into a Thunder Dragon. I discard the Thunder Dragon. And grab 2. And I just pass. He draws into Creature Swap. He passes. I draw Jar of Greed. I set it and pass. He draws Tribe. Decides to set the Tribe and pass. I draw into Sangan. I decide to Jar of Greed. And I draw into Upstart. I fire the Upstart. Draw into Faith. And decide to set the Sangan versus setting the Faith. This was a great play right here, setting Sangan over Faith. Not knowing that he had swap or anything, but it was just crazy. So he got the Sinister, so now he can fire his Graceful. He draws into Meta, Breaker, and Torrential. He discards Sinister and Meta, because he already has another Meta. He runs out the Breaker, and I decide to Ring. And then he decides to flip the Tribe and use Creature Swap instead of just swinging. It's because he thought I had something face down that was good. It was a Sangan, and he did not like that because he scooped as soon as he Creature Swapped. So I don't know why he scooped there. I mean, I was pretty low on life. I feel like he could have came back. It was really confusing to me, but he didn't want to play. So on to game 2, no problem. I'll take that every time. Just scoop it up, everybody. So game 2, he's got Goat, Meta, Heavy, Saku, Snatch, and Dark Mimic level 1. He decides to just set the Mimic and pass. I got Tsukiyomi, Spy, MST, Faith, Kaiku, and Tribe. I decide to set Spy and set MST and pass. He draws into a Sangan. He flips his Mimic and draws. So a really bad situation for me now. He draws into another Meta. He sets his Sangan first and then decides the Meta. Maybe he's like trying to get me to Torrential, so I don't know what the fuck was going on there, why he set that first, but it happens. And he just passes. Doesn't set the Saku, which is crazy to me. I draw into a Breaker. I run the Tsukiyomi out and swing on the Thousand Eyes and pass. He draws into Graceful. Okay. So he's obviously had the better cards than me so far this match. Somehow I won game 1. He flips Sangan up and hits me for 1,000. I say, okay, I have no Solemn this time, so I don't Solemn. He sets a Saku and passes. I end phase MST it. I draw into Graceful. Okay, that was a pretty good draw for me. I Graceful into Jargree, Thunder Dragon, and Knock. I decide to discard the Breaker and discard the Kaiku. I don't think they're that great in this matchup, so I run the Tsukiyomi out and instantly knock and hit him for 1100, get some damage in here. And then I pitch my Thunder Dragon to grab 2 more, set Jargree, and pass. All I can do. He draws into BLS. He sets Scapegoat and passes. I draw into Pot of Greed. Okay, so let me take that back. Maybe I am drawing a little better than him. So I Pot of Greed into Wing Blast and Mind Control here. So now I decide to draw a Greed into Chaos Sork. And I decide to just say fuck it. This time I decide to set a Wing Blast and set a Faith and say go. He draws into Scapegoat, so the man really can't do shit. He just passes. I draw into a Wing Blast. I flip up my Faith. And I grab Graceful. He says okay. I draw Solemn, Sinister, and Solemn. Discard Sinister and Thunder Dragon. I run the Tsukiyomi out right away. And put it face down. And I swing Bata for 11. And he uses the goat. So I hit one of the goats, which is fine. And then I decide to set 2 Solemns and another Wing Blast and pass. He draws into a Knock. He tries to heavy me. I instantly Solemn it, putting me down to 35. He's at 69. Giggity. He fires Graceful, and I decide to Solemn this. I just don't want him to get any fodder in case he has Chaos Monsters or anything, so I just fucking decided just to Solemn the shit. Even though... Oh, never mind. He didn't have Sinister this game. No, he didn't. Okay, so then he fires Meta here. And I instantly have to Wing Blast this to protect my Faith. And then he fires Knock. I'm like, okay, can't do nothing about that. And he passes. I draw into Torrential Tribute. I grab my Sinister back. Now I decide to run the Tribe out because I'm like, this is a perfect time. Let's go for it. And I hit him for 1600 and set Torrential and set Mind Control and pass. He draws into Ring of Destruction. He Snatch Steals and hits me for 16. I think about it, but I'm like, alright, that's fine. I'll take the damage. I'm at 150. Now, I figured he has Ring here. So, let's see. I gain 1,000. I grab my Sinister back. And I decide, because I know he has Ring. So, if I summon a monster here, I'm going to die. And I'm trying to get him to Ring this Tribe here. So, I can chain Wing Blast on it. Should have set Deco here, but instead I set Sinister. Definitely should have set Deco. So he draws into his Sinister now. He goes right into battle phase and swings. He could have literally won the game there if he would have just summoned Sinister and swing at the Sinister. Well, I guess I probably would have Torrentialed. Then he tries to... See, I definitely should have set Deco here because I have to Wing Blast and put it back on top. I would have been way better off. I would have set Deco there. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have definitely did that, but I didn't. And he sets a Sinister and passes. I draw on the Tribe. I get my Sinister back here. I decide to Mind Control. It is a Sinister, which is fine because now I'm going to drop my Chaos Sork here because Ring of Destruction is gone. I banish the shit and decide to run Tsukiyomi out and swing Bata for 11. He decides to take it. He draws into a Mystic Tomato. He sets the Tomato and says go. I draw into a Knock, which was pretty fortunate for me, not gonna lie. So I flip the Chaos Sork and decide to Knock into his Tomato and hit him for 23. He takes it again, put him down to 19. I decide to run my Tsukiyomi out and put it face down in case like he draws into meta or has like a level 1 in his hand or some shit. He draws to another Tomato here, okay? I draw into Chaos Sork. I decide to flip the Sork and decide to Torrential now because I'm like, fuck it, let's go for it. And I banish a Dark, banish a Light, and I try to swing for game. But he has the Scapegoat, so I hit one of them. And main phase 2, I decide to drop the Tribe. I really thought he had BLS in his hand the whole time, so this is, I'm just like, you got one draw. If you draw it, you got me. If you don't, you're fucked. And he don't got it because he doesn't got it. He does not have it. How about that? I can't speak. It's getting late. He draws into meta, and that is the game, people. 2-0'd him. Damn. Let's fucking go. But y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. If you're watching this, peace out. Bye.